Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So the Eternity limited time event is wrapping up, so I thought I would do a review of the character. And then this one's a little different because there are three different versions of the character. So it kind of makes you choose which one you want to go for. There is no right answer because they're all so similar that you can't go wrong really. I chose just based on the artwork. And then yeah, I'll just go through and show you all three. The one that I chose is a Spiral of Eternity, and this is kind of like the mid-tier as far as materials that you need to ascend her. And yeah, all of the three versions, they have the exact same stats. So HP is around 21, that's pretty good, almost 22. Attack is also about that much, which is pretty good for a drop monster. And then speed is decent at a little over 300. She's a Pierce with Null Warp, and there are a couple of other light monsters with Pierce and Null Warp. So if you missed out on Eternity, you don't need to worry about it too much. There are alternatives. Namely Orochimaru and Melita. And yeah, they're both pretty easy to make. So yeah, again, if you missed out on Eternity, don't worry about it, just make one of the other two. The thing that separates Eternity from all of the others is Ethereum Slayer. And this works on Ethereum bosses, of course, like Fenrir and what's his name? The Felmane. Yeah, it'll work on them. But more importantly, there is the next Wood Impossible quest. Has a lot of warps in it, and there are these jewels that you need to break pretty quickly, and they are Ethereum type. So yeah, as a max luck, Eternity will be very good for that next Wood Impossible quest. Alright, and then all of the strike shots are the same too. It's a 13-turn tackle strike shot, which shoots a laser out afterwards. And then as for the bump combo, they all have a spread shot, and then some kind of sub bump combo. And then the type of spread shots are different as well. The Spiral of Eternity has a rebound spread shot, which is the same as Ashura, which means it can cover the entire field pretty well, and you can get a lot of hits as well. And then the sub bump combo is the vertical laser, which is pretty easy to use and position. I think it's the same as Orochimaru as well. Alrighty, so that is Spiral of Eternity. And then next, this is Night of Eternity. And this was the version that had the highest requirements to ascend. But again, stats are the same, abilities are the same, strike shot is the same. And then the big difference here is the bump combo. One, because Night of Eternity is a blast type, and so gets a little extra damage. And then this version has a spread piercer as well, which, you know, the little arrows, they go out and they continue to the end of the screen, and then hit everybody on their way. And so, yeah, if you have a very crowded map, you can use this to hit everybody on the screen pretty well. And then she has an X-Laser, which has a greater... it covers a greater amount of the map than the vertical laser, but does a little bit less damage. Yeah. And then as far as the looks, I would say this is the coolest looking one. Spiral of Eternity is the cutest looking one. And then the last type here, this looks the least good to me, so this is a Haven of Eternity. She's kind of the lowest tier as far as materials that you need to ascend her. But again, same stats, same abilities, same strike shot. And then her bump combo is probably the least good. It's the spread shot, which means it just goes out and then it hits the first guy and then it stops. Spiral of Eternity, you have greater chances for hits because shots will come back. And then with Night of Eternity, the shots will continue to go through guys, and so you'll get more hits that way too. Her sub-bump combo is the lock-on shockwave, which can be good if she's right next to a guy, and you can also set that up with the strike shot. But really, it's so weak that it's not worth, you know, playing just for that. But yeah, one difference between this version and the other two is that she is a mech type, and then the other two are paladins. This is kind of a demerit against Haven of Eternity, because there are a few bosses out there with Mech Slayer. I don't know if there are any bosses with a Paladin Slayer out there. And then another thing is that for the Hatcher monsters that we get, that can get Able Berries, there are many more Paladin types than there are Mech types. So it's easier to raise the stats of your Spyro of Eternity and Knight of Eternity than it is the Haven of Eternity. So, yeah. So I would recommend one of the first two, either Spiral or Knight. Yeah, can't go wrong with either. Alrighty, so let's move on to the quest. We will take them to Cthulhu, and then hopefully we'll get a look at their bump combos and strike shots, and yeah, see how those go. Alrighty, so I'm just going to do this first shot just to show off everybody's bump combo. So yeah, it should be lots of spread shots, some of which rebounded, some of which went through the guys. Alright, and then I also brought Death Coil just because he has a bump combo, and yeah, blast bump combo. Alrighty, let's try to look at just Haven's bump combo. Whoops, never mind. Okay, so let's look at Haven's bump combo. We'll just hit the blast bump here. Alrighty, so we saw Haven's bump combo just hit the first guy and then did not go any further, so... Alright, there it is again. There's that lock-on shockwave. It's decent. It's the same as, what do you call it, Jack, but not super powerful. Alrighty, well, let's just clear this stage. Or not. Alrighty. But yeah, I like the icon of the Spiral of Eternity the best, so that's going to be the one that I make the max look of. Okay, so yeah, my the two Eternities in the center, they are not hypermaxed, which is why our HP is where it's at. Alright, so I'm going to hit Spiral of Eternity here. Let's look at the bump combo. Okay. Yeah, so we got the rebound spread shot, and then we got the vertical laser in there as well. Alright, let's hit these... Well, let's try to hit just Knight's bump combo. Alright, and then there we saw the Pierce spread shot, which kept continuing through the guys. So that can be a pretty good source of damage. And then let's hit these two guys here. Okay. So yeah, not super powerful, but we're not using them for the bump combo anyway, so... Alright, that should do it. Okay. And yeah, just in case, I am playing the Cthulhu mission, and for beginners I highly, highly recommend this, because Cthulhu is a great first or, you know, early game max luck. It was my first max luck, and then it's gotten a good ascension form, so it's very worth looking into. Alrighty, well, let's hit Knight here, I guess. We'll get that Pierce shot in. And yeah, I see the weak point right in front of me, so let's go ahead and use the strike shot, and we'll have a listen at the voice. Okay, pretty good damage. For 13 turns especially, that's pretty good damage. But yeah, keep in mind that that is with the element advantage. Okay, not too bad. And although I like the artwork on Haven of Eternity the least, the icon here is decent looking, so... Alrighty, so we'll end this here. Okay, so final boss stage. Let's see if we can use everybody else's strike shot. We don't want to kill the boss too quick, so we're just gonna waste a turn here. Okay, so another weak point. Let's use another strike shot, and we'll listen to the voice. Okay, pretty much the same damage. And then let's try... No, never mind. And then finally we will do the strike shot for the spiral version, which is hyper boosted. So she will get the extra attack in there. We'll see if it does more. Whoops, I missed the weak point, but I think we get the idea. Alrighty, and then we'll just end it here. Okay. So that was Spiral, and that was Cthulhu as well. Way back when I was a boy, no, when I was starting to play this mission, Cthulhu only dropped one time at the end of the quest when you beat him. But now, he drops also in these clear chests and luck chests, so it's not as big a deal to max luck him as it was before. So if you haven't done it yet, then go ahead and do that. And then, yeah, Eternity is going to be pretty great in the coming missions that are coming up, especially the next Wood Impossible quest. So yeah, look forward to that. And again, you can't go wrong with the choice of Eternities, but I do recommend either Night or Spiral. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you again. Take care.